Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yanagida Podcast show. Dang, it's been a while. It's 2022. We are resuming our episodes. Then we got special guests. We got Alana Seabury, Coach Alana, a.k.a. And let's get right into it. Alana, so how did we first meet?
Oh, man, you make me nervous.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. This is crazy, man.
Well, first and foremost, hi, guys. Coach Alana here. This is my first podcast, so please don't criticize me. I'm going to do my best. But, yeah. How did we meet?
Yeah.
Well, I started as a member with the 6-week challenge a few years ago. So, what is that, like 2019 or 2018?
Yeah, 18 or 19, huh?
Yeah, the ending of, I think it was like the ending of 19. I started out, one of my girlfriends was like, hey, come check out this gym. Never heard of you guys. I'm sorry. But I'm so proud now about this gym. And I don't know, you just, as soon as I got into the gym, the first thing you're like, hey, you're so energetic. And I was just like, we're matching vibes right now. I like it. So, yeah. But yeah. 6-week challenge, and after that I kind of just enjoyed the environment, like felt comfortable in the environment, so I stuck around and here I am.
Yeah, I mean, how was it, what was it like doing the certification due COVID, your training? Certification
to become a coach, man, it was scary because one, COVID hit and I just didn't, there's like so many uncertainties, but I looked at it as an opportunity for me for personal growth, and one of my passions is working out, so I'm just like, well, why not, you know? That seems to be my motto lately, is why not?
I like that. Why not?
And I kind of just ran with it. The certification, the program, it was all fun. I had my partners. I had Matt, Coach Matt, and Coach Alyssa. So they were motivating, encouraging. Coach Allen was Coach Allen. It feels so weird calling her Coach Allen. I'm just calling her Allen. She my homegirl. Yeah, Allen. Like you and Allen and Tyler and everyone else has been kind of, I don't want to say it was easy. It was definitely challenging because it got me out of my comfort zone, because obviously I'm in front of a lot of people. And you wouldn't know it now, but I had the hardest time talking in front of people. But as soon as I got used to it, I kind of just flowed with it. And I got comfortable with it in a good way. Yeah. And I just enjoyed being in front of people now.
There you go. I mean, like, in the mindset thing, like what you're mentioning, it changed a lot. Like, how do you feel like it changed? Because I know we've been watching the whole time, and like, you know, of like, just, you were already like very driven and stuff like that. I think it's more recently too, like the last 6 months or something like that too. Because you grew and like evolved so many different angles.
You know what? I want to say it's the age.
The age?
I'm still young, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm still young.
What, 30?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to be 30 this year.
Yeah. Behind the scenes remark by cameraman Dodie. Yeah. He said he thought Alana was 20. That's a compliment. We'll take that. Yeah, that's the good thing.
Yeah, I kind of brain farted on what their topic was.
No. Mindset.
I don't know. Something just in me was like, I need something more. I need to do something more. And I'm a gut feely person. I don't even know if that's a thing. I'm just a gut feely person, and I just kind of it's hard to explain. Except that it's gut feely, and I just knew it was something I needed for myself. I want to be a person that someone I just want a legacy. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I
kind of just like jumped into it. I want to show people my legacy, so in order to do that, you got to start somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And to be a legend, you can't just become it. Or you can't just like snap your fingers like, hey, I'm a legend.
Right.
You gotta start from the bottom up, and in
Mhm.
order, I don't know if I'm making any sense. Does
No,
this make sense to you?
that makes sense.
Yeah.
You gotta start from the bottom. I mean, like anything, right? In the workplace, in sports, in martial arts, everyone's a white belt. You gotta. You can't just be like, I'm a master. I'm a freaking. You know, it just doesn't
I mean,
happen.
and if you think that way, like,
Right.
dang, a good like A+ in confidence, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's where the lessons and the humility, gratitude all come in. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's deep.
I'm in no shape or form perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but, and I don't want to say like I strive to be perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect, but I can be the best version of myself, and that's what I wanted.
I like that.
So
like
I
that.
guess that's, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm curious, like, where did this shift come from? Were you always like this from a kid, or like somewhere adulthood, or like what happened? Early 20s?
You know,
Yeah, where'd it come from?
when I was younger,
Yeah,
I always wanted to be the boss.
Really?
Yeah. I was bossy.
even when you were like a kid, teenager.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Bossy, I don't like, I used to think bossy was like mean. I don't
What does
know, I
that
just,
mean?
like-
What does that mean, bossy?
Well, I used to think of it in a negative way, but
Yeah.
it's, now I don't think of it as in a negative way.
Mm-hmm.
To me, a boss is someone who takes initiative and leading people. Of course, in the right way, or
Right.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
in a positive way.
Yeah.
Not just like, you
Right.
better do this for me. That's dictatorship, but
yeah, that's a dictatorship. Yeah, we don't like that. Yeah.
No, but yeah, it's just always like that when I was younger.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. Like whenever we, like if we played tag, or you know, we had like groups like freeze tag, or I never really grew up with girls.
Oh yeah.
I always had guys around me. So
Okay.
we played like flag football, two-hand touch.
Oh.
I always wanted to be the team captain. I knew nothing about football in the beginning.
Yeah, I
and I was
wanted
just
to
like,
be the
I'm just going to be the boss.
Wow.
But you do that, yeah. It started off pretty rocky with being a boss, like being bossy. And then
Yeah.
after a while, I'm just like, well, if I want to lead people, I can't make them feel like, I don't know the word.
Like, it's just like out of demand, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And plus, if we wouldn't want to be treated like that too, right?
Exactly.
Like, Justin, you go do that, Alana. You know, like, it just be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Huh. That's cool. I didn't know that's how you, with just mainly guys you grew up with. You know? Ah. Football.
Yeah. I tried to do basketball,
Oh, yeah.
but I can't dribble for
Wait, so you did basketball and track, I remember you saying.
Well, on the side,
Oh,
like
okay.
my cousin, he's like he's bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were younger, I was the bigger one. So I'm just
Oh.
like, yeah. But we were like really tight because I have an older brother, but
Yeah.
he's 9 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
So like there's a big age gap.
Mhm.
And the closest thing to a brother was, or is my cousin Josh.
Mhm.
We're like a year and, I want to say a year and 4 months apart.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we were like 2 peas in a pod.
Hmm.
We did everything together
Wow.
to the point where I would use his clothes.
You
and
use
his
it-
friends
yeah.
were my friends.
Yeah, there you go.
So like that's why I grew up with boys.
Wow. So you guys are pretty tight then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You still keep in touch?
yes.
Yeah.
We're still pretty close.
Oh, that's good. See, like, now I gotta get that guy to come work out.
My cousin?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Vegas.
Oh, he's in Vegas. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, that's why you go to Vegas quite often, or when
yes,
when
so
you can.
my brother and my cousin
Oh, okay,
Josh,
okay.
they both are.
In Vegas. Oh, both of them.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, I think. Well, my cousin was in the mainland for a while, like
Mhm.
in California,
Okay.
and then my brother moved up to Vegas like a few years ago. So.
That makes sense. Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Fitness, huh? Wow.
Josh actually used to be a personal trainer.
Oh,
in
yeah?
the mainland, yeah.
Huh. And what does he do now?
Not personal training.
Oh, okay. Not personal
Not
training.
personal
got it.
training.
You know, and that's why, like, it's so crazy because when I was, and you're going through this too pretty soon, right? Personal training.
Whoop, whoop.
It's so cool because my professor would mention to me, it's the personal first, the training second, and you're like got people written all over you. You're like a person, people person, and then the training is, of course, the training is important, but it's that communication, camaraderie, and you're great at that. And all other people watching this may be like, oh, I love the Lana-ness, and I love how she just keeps it real.
Guys, there's more to me.
I like that. That's why you're here, man.
There's a lot to me, but like I said, I'm not perfect, but I strive to be like the best version of me. So
that's exciting. Personal training. I mean, what made you want to go that route too? Because you started the student coach. But actually, what made you want to do student coach to become a coach first?
I've always liked working out and fitness.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I did track, like from 6th grade through high school. I should have gone through college, but young mind mentality. Like, I'm so done with school. Stay in school, kids. But no, yeah. Even though I didn't, I did track throughout. Like I said, intermediate, grade school. I did Kiwanis. High school, I don't want to say I regretted it, but I should have done more. I only did more my senior year because I wanted to go out with a bang. Yeah, I'm very competitive.
Yes, you are.
Very, very competitive.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just something that I enjoy doing. Like, I think I spend more time at the gym more than I spend at my house.
Yeah, there you go. It's a fit fan, bro.
Yeah. So, I kind of segued.
No. So that's why you became a coach, because it was part of your whole life growing up.
I actually was not like a, I don't want to say assistant coach, but like a volunteer coach for the girls track and field team for Maui High.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I didn't perform like in college for track, but I contributed, to the upcoming generations.
Yeah, there you go. Dodie's age. The 18-year-olds, huh? There you go.
Bebe. No, just kidding.
Yes. And then that led you into student coach. And then what about personal training now? Because it's going to start next month already.
March.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, March, right after our gym anniversary, March 5th.
I don't know. I guess it's after being the coach for like the group setting and hearing feedback like about what people feel and think about me in a positive way is kind of self-rewarding. Like, I'm not conceited, just a little. But like, it just felt good for me to have someone else feel good about themselves, Yes. And I don't know, that ignited something in me, and I'm just like, I can do more. I'm always wanting to do more.
Yeah. Definitely are. Yeah.
So the group setting, there's like, I volunteer out a lot. So if you ever were in my classes, and take the initiative to talk to me, I talk to everyone, but like, there's just certain individuals that I'm like, Alana.
Any shout outs?
And then I can just like, Venus.
Venus,
Venus
if you're listening.
Penny. Actually, all members do that, but I tend to, like, I feel like I have ADD. I haven't been like professionally diagnosed, but I get distracted a lot. So when someone's like, Alana, my focus is on them, and then I just talk, and I'm just like, oh, shooties, I have a class to coach. Like, we have like 1 minute, and I did not look over what we have to work out. So
there we go.
But yeah, and I thought like with personal training, it gives me that one-on-one time with that individual. That's how I looked at it.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. One-on-one.
Because I love group settings. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. It's just with the one-on-ones, because I'm very personable. Is that a word? Personable?
Personable, yeah.
Yeah. And
that's a great thing to have, to be a personable personal training. Personal. Yeah.
FYI, I make up my own words, so. There
you go. We're gonna just make up a word now. Alanification.
Alanification, yes.
Dude, we heard it right here on the podcast, bro. Alanification. Yeah. It's just interesting. It's very interesting. Like, I still remember one of the first workouts you were here, and I was watching you run, and I was like, Lana, you got good form. And you're like, yeah, of course. I did track. And I was like, dang.
I'm going to be really, really honest.
Yeah.
I wanted to show off.
Ah.
When I did track,
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just like ingrained into my brain by my coach, form. So anytime I see like someone running, even myself, I'm just like, form.
Yeah, and you were pumping. I was like, oh, this is good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
So yeah, I want to show off.
And what about like this morning and like, I guess like it's just so interesting. We're doing so many different things, you know, like workouts and how's nutrition changed since being a coach?
I'm currently on an 8-week challenge, our first one ever.
First 8 weeks?
Honestly, I actually did a lot better than our previous challenges.
Yeah.
Because as an accountability coach, I'm holding my clients or my members accountable, but I gotta hold myself accountable. So
Right.
I want to say that the nutrition part, I feel good about it. I mean, I'm not like I'm not like on a strict diet or anything, but the nutrition and the, what do you call that? The plan?
Oh, like the eating?
I implement it to how, I'm comfortable with.
Yep.
Like in the beginning, when I think when I first did the 6-week challenge, I was just like, it has to be like this, it has to be like that. And then after a while, I'm like, well, I feel kind of crappy. I don't think, like, it doesn't, like, I felt, with the meal preps, I felt like I had to just eat this at this time. I have to eat, I was just very by the books, and it wasn't fun. So as challenges go by, I learned how to fine-tune it. It takes a while, so, yeah. I feel like my eating habits are a lot better. I don't eat a lot of candy, even though, like, I love sugar. Pastry is my favorite, guys. So
there we go.
If you ever want to get on my good side, just buy me a box of malasadas.
There we go. Box of malasadas from Four
Creamfield.
Sisters. Creamfield.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there we go. It's just so crazy, Alana. Like, what is something that people don't know about you? Yeah, like I'm just curious. Like, I mean, maybe we might know, but like outside, or maybe people listen, like, hey, what is that? Like, it's something kind of different.
I don't know,
you're
because
very unique.
I'm very open individual.
Very unique and open, yeah, for sure.
Sometimes I'm a bit TMI.
TMI.
Yeah.
Too much.
Like, I'm holding back right now because podcast, my first one, I don't want to mess it up. But
yeah.
I can't think of anything.
What do you like to do on the side?
On the side?
Yeah, like not work related or anything related, just on your own time.
Oh my goodness. I feel like everyone knows this about me. Like, I'm a huge, like, anime freak. I don't want to say freak. Actually, freak is cool. Yeah, anime freak.
Jody's fist pumping in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the latest one you watched?
Honestly, they have the new season. It's so generic. Demon Slayer. Like, everyone
It
watches
came out?
it.
New one?
The second season?
Second season.
Yeah.
It's good. Really good.
I feel like everyone watches it.
Yeah. What part are you on?
I finished it already.
You finished it? Oh, yeah. 2 seasons. Yeah.
And then right now I'm on Attack on Titan, the last season.
Dang.
So.
You watch Korean dramas too, right?
I love Korean drama.
Dude, you watched Crash Landing on You?
Yes, it's one of my favorites.
That's probably my favorite.
I think that's like, it's a unique one because it kind of like talks about the other side of Korea. That like I've never really thought about.
Yeah.
And they did their research.
Yeah, they did a good job.
So.
It's so crazy because like the way I got sucked into watching K-drama was when we were living in Seattle with Jody. And we were watching, I forget what we were watching. We were watching stuff on Netflix, like Friends, was it Friends or How I Met Your Mother? And those are both good. And so we finished that. We're like, all right, what are we gonna watch? And it's a Korean drama, and at first I was like, I'm not really into that. And of course, I wanted to watch an actiony one, And it ended up being like a really like coupley one. It was called Emergency Couple.
I think I heard that one.
Yeah. That was actually better than I thought it would be. Then I learned I shouldn't judge just because of the title. And then we watched like, what was it? Kill Me, Heal Me.
There's so many.
There's a lot, but Crash Landing on You was great. That's still my favorite. A lot of action.
Yeah. One of my favorites is Strong Girl Bong Soon.
I didn't watch that one. What's that about?
I'm probably saying the title wrong, but it's basically about a girl who's in her family. Only the females are like, they're basically like He-Man.
Oh.
And then she finds this boy or this guy that like she has to, I think she has to be his, what's the person? A bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
Yeah. And then they end up falling in love kind of deal.
Wow.
It's a rom-com.
Oh.
It's kind of an older one, like early 2010s. But that's one of my favorites.
Wow. And that's what's really cool. There's like so many different dynamics. There's like, people probably wouldn't expect, like, oh, I love anime or Korean drama and stuff like that, right? Because of your personality type. You're very go-getter and explosive energy. And I think that's probably why we got along so quickly too, right? We're like, yeah, like, oh, Alana, wait, too much. Like, oh,
wait, are you a fire sign?
What is fire again?
What is your astrology? Or
I'm a Aries.
I'm a Sagittarius.
What does that mean? So I'm not really too familiar with horoscope stuff. Wait, so let's get
guys,
into it.
I'm not like actually
you got me into it. Remember that app?
Astrology?
That app you got because it said like do jiu-jitsu. Yeah, that co-star thing. Yeah. So I got into that from you. So Aries and Sagittarius.
They're fire signs.
They're both fire signs.
So they're like, man, I can't say it because the camera is like on me. I can't think straight. It's just like your birth sign. Like, you know how they have like Capricorns, Aries, and whatnot. And each I think there's like 12.
Okay. There's 12 different.
12 different.
Aquarius, Aries.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not like a professional in it.
Right.
Because I only know about my sign.
Right.
But basically, like, there's 4 elements, and like between the 12.
There's 3 each or something.
I think so.
Yeah. 4. Yeah. 12.
I'm guys. Here's one thing you guys don't know about me. I'm not good at math. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So it's a fire sign. Fire is just like a, like. Wait, so what is your sign?
Sagittarius. So it's a fire sign. Wow. So we heated.
We heated, man.
We turning it up.
That's right. It's like, we said go. That's wow. Wow, signs, huh? So behind the scenes, what is Dodie? Dodie, what is your sign?
Yeah, Dodes, what is it?
What's your birthday?
May 2nd.
May 2nd. What is May 2nd?
Pisces or Taurus?
Oh, do you know what sign that is? Water.
Dodie, that's your birthday. What is your sign?
What is your sign, bro? Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that's really cool.
We can Google it, but...
Horoscope, yeah?
Horoscope, astrology. I guess it, yeah.
Wait, what's the difference? Astrology is the moon stuff?
No, they
Oh, okay.
They tie in together.
I was like, oh my god.
Like I said,
the wrong thing? Like, I'm just...
Horoscope, that's the word.
That's what it is, yeah? Yeah, horoscope. That makes sense. Yeah. Where you're just like blazing through stuff. Yeah.
There's actually like 3 signs too.
Oh, yeah?
But that's like another topic we can talk about.
Wow.
I think we're segueing.
No, that's totally fine. Horoscope, huh? Now, I've always been curious about like, because every part of the world has like their thing, yeah? Like Chinese zodiac and there's astrology, numerology.
Yeah.
Of course, horoscope and been always so curious, like, I wonder how these things came to be. Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Because every part of the world has it. Asia, Europe, and everywhere. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Dude, we could like talk about some spacey things, man. Like, oh man, like.
You know, when I was younger, I wanted to be I I think like every other year or so, I changed. I wanted to be some sort of scientist.
Huh.
I'm not a scientist at all.
But you still want to be a scientist? Or?
No, because there's numbers, and I just said I'm not good with numbers.
Numbers
I'm bad at math.
Wow. So where did that come from? Science. You wanted to be a scientist because.
Well, when I was younger, what is the one where they want to dig up bones for dinosaurs? A paleontologist?
Yes.
I wanted to be that because Jurassic Park is like my all-time favorite.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
I hit the mic. My all-time favorite movie. So like I geek out like when it was like Discovery Kids or like Discovery Channel or like Nat Geo, and they would have like anything about dinosaurs. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go dig up dirt and find like discover this kind of creature.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't know. I think I want a marine biologist.
Marine biologist.
Yeah, and then I wanted to learn about after the marine biologist, the person that studies space.
What was that one again? Space?
I have no idea what they're called.
Yes,
astronomer.
Astronomer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and then I think the space one kind of like my dream. I don't want to say like my dream is dead, but I was just like, too much numbers. I can't. Quantum physics, what?
Quantum physics, huh? See, that's really cool. Those are your initial like dreams, right? That you had.
Initially, yeah, because I'm super like sci-fi.
Wow.
That's anime freak because everything is so sci-fi with anime.
Yeah.
Well, most of it that I'm interested in.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's so interesting because when I was a kid, there were a couple things that I had a dream to be. It was the first one was a police officer.
Oh.
No, was it fireman or police officer? One of them, and then it became the other one. Because I got heavily influenced by Batman. Yeah, I mean, because Batman's the coolest dude. Like, he's a rich billionaire. He has all the gadgets. He destroys stuff. Does whatever he wants. And he gets the ladies. And I'm like, what the? And I'm like 10 years old, right? Watching Batman. Like, this is crazy. Like, Batman's like, he can do whatever the heck he wants.
I'm sorry, Justin. I was never a Batman fan.
Never a Batman fan?
I mean, the only Batman movie, I actually watched all the Batman movies. But, like, my favorite one was with, like, Poison Ivy. I think it was George Clooney.
Oh, yeah. Clooney.
The Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only because I loved Uma Thurman. Thurman? Uma?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Batman. Yeah, it was just interesting because all the characters, I felt like I could relate more with like a Batman kind of character than Superman or like the gods, yeah? Because they're already gods. You don't really have to like work for it.
Yeah.
Like Batman had to train the martial arts. He had to learn. He got beat up and he had to use his brain and body to match all
I
these
never really
guys.
thought about that. I was just like, wow, this guy's dressed in black. He plays with bats. He's hella rich.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Like, no, I'm not downplaying Batman. Like now that I think about it, like, he is pretty amazing. He's human.
Yeah.
He's human, and he like pushes the limits.
Yep.
My favorite is Flash.
Flash is good too. Yeah.
Only because I ran track and
he
was like hella fast.
The running. Yeah. Run faster.
Yeah.
Run, Barry, run. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What about anime characters?
Oof. Okay, guys. My first anime was Inuyasha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and my favorite anime character will forever be Sesshomaru. I got him tattooed on my arm.
Dang, there you go.
I did.
Oh, there's the proof. That's the proof.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good show, Inuyasha. Yeah, that was one of the first ones too that I watched. I think the first one was Dragon Ball.
That was one of them too.
Goku, Son Goku.
Yeah, I didn't realize until I got older. Like the fight scenes took forever.
I know. 5 minutes were like 5 episodes.
I know.
Right?
You have to wait like every Saturday to watch it.
Yeah. It would say you have 5 minutes to fight.
Month.
Yeah, it's a month. It's like, is that really 5 minutes? But the author said because they're fighting so fast or whatever, anime, right? They're fighting at the
That
speed of
makes
light.
sense.
They're fighting at the speed of light. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
The second favorite was Naruto.
You know, growing up, I never watched Naruto until I came to the gym and everyone was talking about Naruto, and I was like, oh, I feel left out. I gotta watch it. So I started watching Naruto.
So you watched it? You watched the whole thing?
No.
Where'd
There's
you-
so much episodes.
500.
Nobody prepared me for that. I was like,
500.
gosh.
Yeah. What's your last
I'm
watch?
still like Shippuden.
Shippuden, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the end, pretty much.
So, I don't know what episode I'm on, honestly, because
Yeah.
it's so long.
Yeah.
Don't hate me, but I kind of like fast forward when they're like
Yeah, yeah.
talking. I was just like, I'm gonna watch the movies.
You gonna watch the movie?
Don't hate me, guys, if you're Naruto fans.
Oh my gosh.
I know
Judging
there's
you a
this.
little
I
bit.
know there's character build up, but like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
want to just get to the end.
Yeah,
I'm
get to the-
impatient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another of my favorite is Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon, that's a classic.
Yes. I actually have a tattoo of that one too.
Because there was 3, right? The red, yellow, blue, or is it green?
There is
The main 3.
No, there's
there's 4.
So obviously there's Sailor Moon,
Right, Sailor Moon.
and there's Sailor Mars,
Mars
Sailor
is the
Mercury.
Oh, Mercury.
Venus, and Jupiter.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
And
just
who was your favorite Sailor Moon?
When I was younger, because I loved her personality, it used to be Sailor Mars.
What was her personality like?
She was just she's kind of sassy and like,
Sassy.
I didn't realize like Usagi was such a crybaby.
Oh.
But she was the main character, and I don't have a favorite color, but she had like all the colors, and I was just like, oh, I like her because her outfit, and she's the main character.
Right.
But I like this girl's personality.
Wow.
And then I rewatched it when I was older,
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, oh, I haven't watched Sailor Moon in a while.
Hmm.
Like, I know everything about Sailor Moon, but like the plots and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the same thing with like Naruto. Like I was like,
Right. The storyline.
Mhm.
And, yeah.
And so I rewatched it and I was like, wow, they're pretty like on it
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with how society was.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing. That's why I watched a little bit on
Like-
Toonami or whatever
Like they had everything. Like, Sam, brain farting. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't think of it right now.
Can't leave it right now. There you go.
But they were like way ahead of their time.
Huh.
Like LGBTQ, they
Oh,
had
yeah.
they had that in there. They had like, I don't know, hard decisions to make. Like, you don't think about that as a kid. You're just like,
Wow.
oh, fighting scenes.
Huh.
I can't think of it. I can't think of like a scenario like on the spot, but
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Wow, I didn't even realize
Watch
that.
it.
How much
Watch
there's
Sailor Moon.
in Sailor Moon, huh? Wow.
You're gonna be like, wow, they put that in a kid show.
Yeah.
Like it's not a bad thing. It's just like,
Awareness kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
ahead and
Wow.
watch
Because that was the 90s or something, huh?
Mhm.
Coming out. Yeah. Sailor Moon. Wow. You know, it's really interesting too, Lana, because like, you know, the recent thing, I guess like just recently is like jiu-jitsu.
man, I got my butt whooped the other day.
Yeah, and like, it's an interesting feeling. I mean, it must be an interesting feeling, right? Like like what you're saying, like whether you're starting a new job or new thing, it's just like white belt mentality.
Yeah.
What drew you to it, or like what keeps you going?
Like to want to do
To
jiu-jitsu?
yeah, to do jiu-jitsu.
So bad. Initially, I want to like not beat someone, but I want to be like, don't mess with me. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna talk the talk, walk the walk. So I don't really talk much like in that sense anymore. But I want to be able to walk the walk. You know. Also, like self-defense, because once COVID is always gonna be here.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to get into that, but COVID is always going to be around, and I don't know, I want to travel, and I always thought about traveling by myself, not the safest, but, you know, I got to learn a little something to, like, self-defend
That makes
when
sense.
I'm traveling in the world.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense, because
that's partially why I want to do jiu-jitsu.
yeah, that's a good reason. Like legitimate self-defense, because I mean, all the combat sport martial arts are great. Because Cause like judo, I've done judo. Judo's great for throwing people, wrestling.
My dad did judo when he was in high school.
Right, so that's great martial art. Boxing is great, kickboxing. But like jiu-jitsu, I believe is one of the martial arts where it's heavily, where you can defend yourself off your back. You know, because if you fall down or someone pushes you to the ground, you can't use boxing. You know, you can't box your way out of the lying down.
Yeah, that's hard.
You can't actually really even punch them. Judo too is a little bit emphasis, wrestling as well, but I feel like jiu-jitsu really has a lot of pins, strangles, and reversals, sweeps. You know, of if someone's on top, you're able to like at least reverse, maybe not submit, but just at least get away from them. You know, you're
it's very
able to
calculated.
Shrimp away, move your hips, get up. Right?
I enjoy it though because I like really if I'm not gonna be in competitions, but if I were to get attacked by someone, you're not gonna think straight.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
like
think,
yeah, you're just gonna be like, what the hell?
Yeah,
you're gonna panic and like I don't know. Yeah. I think I was inspired by movies too.
Movies, yeah. Which ones?
Taken.
Oh, Taken. Oh my gosh, Liam Neeson, man, he did great job.
I'm probably not gonna be like Liam, like that guy, but
yeah.
If I was in his daughter's position, like that character's position, I was like, crap. What if that happened to me?
Yeah, like, just like disappear.
I'm a worrywart, so like that's the kind of things I think of when I travel.
Wow. Where do you want to travel to?
Well, I've already been to Japan.
Right, Japan.
I still want to go back, but.
What part did you go? Is it city side or countryside?
Osaka.
Okay.
You're from Japan.
But
that Osaka's the countryside, right? Or no?
It's more modern nowadays.
Yeah.
More modern.
We did catch the train, the Kansai.
Oh, okay.
Train to like Kyoto and Nara.
That's good.
That's the country, right?
That's more historic.
Yeah,
Countryside would be like a little bit more north or south.
Oh.
And I think you would really like the countryside because it's very like just. I mean, it's definitely not as much stuff as the city. We're like, oh my god, there's a ramen shop here, there's a convenience store here, but it's just like mountain peace and like rivers and like old school life.
That's my jam.
That's where my dad was from, and he was on the mountainside of Fukushima.
Oh.
Yep, and his family was not that far away from the last castle of the last samurai, and my great grandfather inherited like a bunch of land from the warlord right before 1868.
I feel like we're in an anime right now.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. This is why it's crazy. Like, that's why I wanted to learn the history, right, of the Katabami clan. And
that's your clan.
That's the family.
Your
clan.
family's
yeah,
clan.
family clan.
Okay.
And so I was just thinking, like, this is so cool. And I wanted to learn more about it. Like, what does it mean? And basically, my grandfather was, before he passed, would mention that they come from. They don't know the actual origin, but they can record back to like 1200 AD, and then working their way up to, because there's classes. Yeah, the beginning was the peasants, and then farmers, and then merchants, so business owners.
Yeah. And
then warriors, samurai, and then high class warriors, and then the shogun, right? And so they were telling me we weren't like high class, but we were like right in that warrior clan. And so that's how, they're not exactly sure how my great-grandfather, what he did to earn a bunch of land. But they said it must have been something with war or fighting or something. Because only really good samurai would get, dozens of acres of land. Here's a whole bunch of, imagine that, like 20 football fields worth of land. That's all yours. It's like, oh.
I would make a course.
Yeah, it's like, what do we do?
Course.
Yeah. So I heard it was huge. In closer to what they call Aizu. Yeah, Aizu.
I have no idea where that is.
Yeah, Fukushima. So one day that's what I was telling you. One day I gotta go at the gym. Man, what's the gym? Because
we gotta get this team to fly out to Japan.
Yeah. Because that'd be really cool too. Because we have some friends and connections there too, with like jiu-jitsu and some other stuff, and then of course family over there. So we would have a lot of things to go to.
I would love to train with someone from Japan.
Dude, you have to. It's life changers.
Probably gonna get my freaking butt whooped, but
Yeah, but it's fun. It's very humbling. You know? A bad day for the I forgot who I got this from. A bad day for the ego is a good day for the soul. Yeah. Yeah, because
that makes sense.
Right, you get beat up or you get humiliated, but you get humiliated and then get humbled. It's a good day for the soul.
You know, I never really I'm understanding that now.
Which one?
Being humble.
Oh.
Yeah. Because back then, because when I was younger, I used to be like, I'm still competitive, but like competitive in a sense where I was like, I'm too good. I'm like arrogant. Until I got my butt whooped in a race because I made it to states, and I was just like, yeah, I made it. I didn't qualify for finals. I like totally got my butt whooped, like dead last, my sophomore year. And then after a while, it wasn't until like after high school though that I learned how to humility and how to humble myself.
Wow. Yeah, it's really
rewarding.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. I forget. I think John Maxwell mentioned we're not as good as we think we are, but we're not as bad as we think we are too.
Yeah, we gotta find that balance. On like,
yeah? We're not the greatest, but then we're not the worst.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I said at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't strive for perfect.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as perfect.
Yeah.
Because then
totally
when you think about like. What is it? Perfectionism? No, that's not a word.
Which one?
Perfection.
Yeah. That's
when you think of perfection, everyone is they're always so hard on themselves, and I'm one of those people that like, if I didn't do it, I take it like too hard. Like I know I could have done better, but then at the same time, I have to remind myself like, you push yourself, you push it to the limit, and now you know your limit. What can you do to like go beyond it? Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah. It's like a self-reflection after, right?
Yeah.
Like if you lose a race or I lost a match or something happened, we didn't hit a quota, whatever. It's like, of course, like, man, we could have, I screwed up. But then like a little bit after, it's like, okay, what can I do next time to make sure that we don't get the same result? Okay, do I have to wake up earlier? Do I have to show up earlier? Do I have to train more? Do I have to eat better? Do I have to, whatever it is?
Yep.
Yeah, I totally agree. So... Dang, Lana. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's like 45 minutes already, and we're wrapping up. And what is something I know? It's the first episode. That's why. So we gotta keep them in suspense. So, like, what's one thing you want to leave the audience with for your first episode?
I just want to say that I'm truly grateful to be a part of this because I don't know, I just feel like this is an opportunity for me to do more, and I'm probably butchering it trying to get the message across. I just want to say that I'm grateful. I'm just truly grateful and happy to be here, and going forward for like new episodes or in the future, I just hope I can help others. Yeah, I want to help others.
That's the one. Mic drop. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure you guys subscribe, leave a review, and we'll see you guys in our next episode.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I always want to say like, subscribe. I always want to say that. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Perfect. I will work on it, guys. I'll work on it. Like, subscribe.
Right on, guys. Thank you guys. See you guys in the next episode.
Toodles.
Boom.